I know you know. That's all that matters. Oh, yeah.
What was it that got you that here? Is that water?
Water, man. Cold water too. God dang. Thank you. Mm.
So you expect this now, right?
No, not at all. But like I said, our team keeps scrapping. Me and my coaching staff, we just find ways to find combinations that's gonna, scrap and get it done. I thought our starters came out in the first quarter. They had some good shots, around the basket, some open shots that couldn't make it, and they just didn't have a lot of pop, tonight. So you know, we just had to get them out. Kept Amir in there, kept Terrence in there because they're young, they can scrap, and try to claw way back into the game. And I thought, starting that second unit in the second half, really um, propelled us to this win. I thought Jay Scrub came in, did a great job, especially defensively, took a big charge, 3 for 4 from the field, 8 points. Amir Coffey was spectacular. And then, Luke Kennard, those 2 shots he made at the end of the game for us to win. And so it was a total team effort. I thought Isaiah came in, did a great job for us. So like I said, our guys cheer for, no matter who's in the game, we're going to cheer for one another, no matter who's playing. And that's what our starters did. They just kept talking to the young guys, kept telling the guys, stay with it, continue to keep grinding and fighting. And we were able to win a crazy game.
Odds in a third comeback, 24 plus. Only team that's ever done that in the same season. We've done it for 2 weeks. Does this feel like it's a reset for your season in some ways?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get out the starts like that, like I said. And Zoo, he was 0 for 5, but he had 5 shots right at the basket, right around the rim. Reggie was 1 for 9. He had really good shots in the paint that he's been making. So it's going to be games like that. We understand that, but I thought defensively in that first half, we was a step slow. We didn't understand our coverages, a lot of mistakes, defensively, and then in that second half, to only give up 49 points. It's pretty good despite giving up 66 in the first half.
Obviously, some of those comebacks happen equal all the time. He said it's almost like half. It's his back. He had that wrap around it.
Yeah, he had a little back spasm came in, so we didn't want to risk that. So I just got him right out right away. And but like I said, everybody came in and contributed. I thought we played hard, we scrapped, we competed. I thought we really was locked in defensively what we wanted to do. Outside of a couple of times we didn't get matched up after we scored, but other than that, I thought we did a really good job.
How do you feel like you did as far as preparing your team? I know I asked this a couple days ago about situational basketball, but you had a challenge. You weren't successful with it, but obviously benefited from the free throws. From that point on, like, how do you feel like the team, especially with Dagnip out there, not a lot of vets, handle every one of those situations?
I just think paying attention to detail. I think Justice Winslow came in, was great, pushing the ball, able to attack, make some plays. And then down the stretch, like I said, Trez missed those 2 free throws. Then we get a timeout. Luke makes a 3 from half court, basically. Because we knew they were probably going to try to switch. So we told Luke to fade. He faded, got a 3. It was kind of deep, but those are shots he can make. And then, at the end of the game, we said we wanted to send the ball to the corner and try to trap it with 8 seconds because we had no timeouts and was only down 3. So we fouled and they make 1, the game's probably over. So we wanted to force everything to the corner. And T-Man did a great job guarding the ball to make sure it didn't go backwards. And we forced it to the corner. They couldn't make a play. We got a 5-second call. And then at the end of the game, just running dribble pitch. And Justice did a great job and Luke came off and, got a 4-point play.
About that dribble pitch, because you saw last month in Oklahoma, like Justice had the ball, a tough spot, he wasn't able to make those free throws. What allows you to have the confidence in Justice, even though he wasn't fouled, to be in the game with the ball in his hands in a tight spot like that?
Well, I knew it with his pace, he can get down and try to force the switch, and I think he did that. And Luke was able to come off and get the switch, get Dinwiddie off his body, and was able to come off and get the shot off. So just having somebody who can speed dribble and get the ball up the court in 8 seconds and just make the right play and the right read. And like I said, him and Luke have a great combination. So they was able to get it off, and Luke made a crazy 3-point shot.
That's some work comebacks in your coaching career. A lot of those ones you have a full strength roster. This one,
especially the guys who didn't play the second half. You're down just on reserves. Like pull off something like this. What is this one? Rank or
It means a lot. I mean, especially for guys like Justice and Jay Scrub, to come in and play well. And like I said, Amir's been great. And Luke, finally starting to get his rhythm after being out, a couple of weeks with COVID. So, like when you get total team wins like this, it's great. And like I said, the starters on the bench, they was great. They were into it. Nico and Zoo and Reggie, just talking to the young guys. But this ranks up there, just especially for the young guys. Like I said, Jay Scrub, who hasn't played a lot, to come in and have a huge impact on this game.
When the game ended, you pretty much went right on the tunnel almost immediately. You're slapping hands. Did you kind of have to get off the floor, just compose yourself?
No, because Reggie made me hurt my back worse because I have chest bumped and my back was already hurting. So that hurt a little bit worse. But when when you win a game like that, the adrenaline's pumping, and it's just a crazy game, man. So great win for us.
I'm gonna take three from Zoom. Tomer, then Justin. Go ahead.
Ty, no team has ever done this in the last 25 seasons, come back from 24-point plus deficits 3 times in one season. You guys did it 3 times in a month. What do you think this is going to do for a team without Paul, without Kawhi, until they maybe come back to stick around in the playoff race? What can these 3 wins do for your team?
It means a lot. Like it just, speaks to the character, of our team. Like we're always going to fight and compete. There's going to be times we're going to struggle to score. We understand that. But defensively is where we got to hang our hat. And the last few games, we just, we haven't been good in transition. We haven't been good with the offensive rebounding. But the thing that I do understand is we're going to play hard. We're going to scrap. We're going to compete. And like I said, with no Marcus, no PG, no Kawhi, for our young guys to come in and play the way they plan, they get a lot of good experience. So when PG and Kawhi do come back and Marcus do come back, then these guys have experience. T-Man, Amir, Brandon Boston, Luke Kennard, so this is good for us. Like I said, we don't want to continue to keep digging holes like this. But it was funny at halftime, Reggie's like, we're right where we want to be. But I wasn't happy with that. But, so we started young guys, just energy guys that's going to play hard and fly around. And like I said, they were able to get the job done for us because, Zoo and Reggie, they just didn't have it tonight. So you have those games and, when you play every night, you're going to have certain games like that.
And Ty, knowing the math and the scenarios, and you always play this out, at what point did you look up and think, this is realistic? We can come back from 35 down.
It's crazy because when I looked at the score in the first half, I thought we were down 19, and I looked again. I said, "We're down 29," and B. Shaw said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh," I thought it happened so quick, But I thought as we kept chipping away, I know it was like 17 going into the fourth. And I think when we got it to 10, I was like, okay, we got a real shot. We got a real opportunity here that we can get some stops. And like I said, our guys did a great job, having 40 points in the third and 40 points in the fourth. That's huge for us, especially the way we've been struggling. But the last 4 or 5 games, we kind of, caught our offensive stride a little bit, know how we want to play, and we just got to continue to keep doing it.
Thank you.
Ty, in your short coaching career, you've had a 3-1 comeback in the finals. You've had down 2-0 comebacks in this consecutive series and 3 24-point comebacks in 14 days. What is it about your team that kind of just takes on your personality of never quitting and always being able to come back?
I don't know. Just the guys we have, the mentality that they have, and like, I'm not going to quit. I'm never going to give up, no matter how hard the circumstances are, just for me coming from Mexico, Missouri, you never give up. You always try to fight and keep pushing through. And like I said, I want to instill that in these guys, and a lot of these guys have that, so it's good to have guys that are going to continue to compete and fight to the end, no matter what the score is. And that's the kind of culture that we want to set here. So, Lawrence Frank and Mark Hughes and Trent Redden, Mr. Bomber, Winger, they've done a good job of getting us those kind of guys that are going to compete every single night. So hats off to those guys for doing that.
And then you said a few times when you make a big comeback like this, you sometimes fall short because all the energy is kind of gone making that comeback. When Luke's putting that 3 up in the air, what's in your mind?
Oh man, I can't say it. I don't think on air, but it was a huge shot, man. Like I said, just for Luke to finally start getting his rhythm back after being out so long. The team trusting in him. He made, like I said, 2 big shots to win that game. So I mean, I was thinking tied up, you know, but then when they fouled it went, and then it went in, you get the 4-point play to win the game. That was just a huge win for us.
Thanks, Ty.
Ty, result aside, you've talked about the lulls that you guys have at the beginning of the games, and then you see the way in the last 14 days you guys have come back, and especially tonight. At a certain point, do you kind of look at the way like a unit like the one that started the second half tonight played and try not to overreact and try to make them the starters for the next game?
No, I never do that. Like I said, I just coach for the game tonight. You know, I try to win for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll figure out tomorrow. You know, so we can always go back, you know, to the same starting lineup and the guys that, you know, who's been doing it for us all season. But, you know, I just get a feel, you know, and my feeling was we need to go with some guys that's going to bring more spunk, you know, more energy. And, you know, and I just coach for tonight. Like I said, it's nothing personal. My guys understand that, you know, just I want to win the game tonight, and then we'll figure out tomorrow. And so they've kind of taken on that mentality as well. Like they know it's nothing personal. I love and respect each guy on this team. And, you know, but when I see that we need to do something different, then that's what I'm going to do. And our guys, like I said, they buy into it and they're all for it.
And with Amir almost playing the entire second half again, like he did the other week, you kind of just look at him as like your Iron Man, Swiss Army knife guy who's just like, hey, man, put him into any spot and he'll just succeed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, you know, defensively, like he really competes. Like that's what when he first came onto this team, his job was to be a defensive player, you know, and take spot up shots. But now we're putting the ball in his hands more. He's making plays out of the pick and roll. He's attacking the basket. You know, he's taking his threes. And so, like, he's just a great all-around player, you know. And so, like I said, I'm just happy for him. And he's taking advantage of his opportunities of starting, you know, playing well. And just the work he's put in, you know, like I said, with our player development group, with Sean Fine and that crew, you know, they do a good job of just making sure we're trying to continue to keep developing our young guys. And Amir's taking a huge jump.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We're on adrenaline tomorrow night.
Huh?
You